going on, Matt? Getting these last changes in is quite the struggle. There's a lot of plays I like. What's going on, Ethan? Billy, my man. Sarah G. J. Flyer. What's going on, guys? Are you still on Mamu or Ja? I do think that Mamu is most definitely in play. Just got confirmation that Brook Lopez is likely to be limited today. So Mamu could be the guy playing big minutes, or at least, 18, 20 minutes, which is more than enough for Mamu to pay off that price tag. I think he's a very sneaky GPP play today for sure. Regis, I appreciate that. Yeah, guys, if you guys are new here or haven't done so already, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe. Would really appreciate it. But I'm going to try to get to as many questions as I possibly can. Just go over a couple bits of news. So yeah, coming into last night, I was all over the Bulls because we knew that they were going to play into the third quarter. We got confirmation that they are going to play into the third quarter. But like I said in my earlier video, we were probably going to find teams for much cheaper that are going to be in the similar situation as the Chicago Bulls. And those teams are going to be guys like teams like the Washington Wizards, the Houston Rockets, and the New York Knicks. All three of those teams are probably all going to play into the third quarter, so I'd make sure to get players from those teams. The rest of the teams I'm pretty skeptical on. Cleveland, they said they're going to play upwards of 20 guys tonight. I'm just going to full on avoid the Cleveland Cavaliers. I was on Mobley a bit earlier, but as of now, not so much. I think the Memphis Grizzlies are fine, but likely to see just Ja Morant for me from that team. Getting Wizards exposure seems like the key. Absolutely, man. I think that Kyle Kuzma, Spencer Dinwiddie are two of the better plays on the slate. We know that they're going to play low 20s minutes, and then they're going to unload the bench in the fourth quarter. So I think a guy like Montrezl Harrell is obviously going to get some run with no Thomas Bryant as the backup 5 behind Daniel Gafford. And he's going to be going up against a guy like Alperen Sengun, who is great offensively, great fantasy producer. But the problem with him coming into the draft is how bad he is on defense, and he will not be able to contain the super mega tryhard Montrezl Harrell. So I think Harrell could absolutely destroy him. And I think he probably plays into the fourth quarter, a couple minutes into the fourth quarter, probably plays around 20 minutes tonight. I think that Harrell is a pretty strong play in his own right. But I do think that Spencer Dinwiddie is a very strong play. If you're playing on FanDuel, I think Bradley Beal is pretty hard to get away from. We know Bradley Beal last year, whenever Westbrook was out, was very good. Although it's not the same situation, because instead of playing next to a guy like Ish Smith in Westbrook's absence, he's playing next to a guy like Spencer Dinwiddie, who is much better. And I like him quite a bit tonight. Sengun or Mamu. So, man, that's tough. I think both these guys probably play around 20 minutes. Both are going to be point per minute monsters. Probably lean. I think if you have the money, I think the upside's probably higher with Mamu, because I see a higher likelihood of him getting more minutes than Sengun, but both very good plays. And then Sengun, of course, is a bit cheaper. Best plays at power forward. Yeah, so power forward is a very weak position today. So it's either you're paying up for guys like Julius Randle, like Christian Wood, or you're paying all the way down to Taj Gibson. In the absence of Mitchell Robinson and Nerlens Noel, it looks like Taj Gibson is going to grab the start. And now, while any logically thinking people would be like, oh, well, Taj Gibson, he's been in the league forever, there's no way he's going to play a lot in the preseason. Well, no, his coach is Tom Thibodeau, and he's probably going to play 20 to 24 minutes, somewhere in that range tonight. They did say that they want to split Taj Gibson, who's getting the start, with Jericho Simmons at the 5. They're going to split those minutes at the 5, and then they also want to try out some small ball stuff. So we're probably going to see Obi Toppin and Julius Randle play next to each other at the 4 and the 5 spots. So all those minutes are going to be split up at the 5. So if you guys want to go down to Taj Gibson, he's 4,500. I think he's the best point per dollar power forward on the slate. But he's kind of like a secondary play for me. You could also get up to guys like Randall and Christian Wood, like I mentioned earlier. Sengun and Trez will destroy each other. Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, they're probably going to go back and forth at each other. What did Rick Carlisle say about the Pacers rotation tonight? So, yeah, they said that they're going to play good minutes. And actually, I took down the tabs. They said that they are going to play good minutes tonight, the Pacers, that is. If you go back and look at every single year, the first couple of games of the Dallas Mavericks, which Rick Carlisle has been the coach for a long time for, their starters never reached the second half. Never. And maybe with a new team, he switches that up. They said they're gonna get good minutes, and then they're gonna ramp it up into the ramp it up on Friday in their next game. So what does that mean? That means they're going to play through 3 quarters today, and the next game they're going to play through 4 quarters. I just don't see Rick Carlisle playing his guys 4 quarters in their second preseason game. So I think, just like kind of reading the tea leaves, that they're probably going to continue to play the Pacers in the first half. In the next game, they play them into the third quarter. I could very well be wrong. If you guys want to play Pacers, guys, feel free to do that. I'm personally not going to be doing that and focusing more so on the guys that we know for a fact are playing into the third quarter, because while I think Sabonis would be obviously a great play if he plays into the third quarter, I don't have clarity that he's going to play into the third quarter like I do with these other teams, like the Houston Rockets, like the Bulls, like the New York Knicks, like the Washington Wizards. I know these teams are playing into the third quarter. I don't want to play games with Indiana Pacers. I'd much rather take the safety in these other teams. Tate okay for 4,500. Not a big fan of Tate. Thoughts on Kevin Porter Jr.? Yeah, so they said, Steven Silas said that the Rockets, so they were kind of trolling at first. At first he said that the Rockets are going to play 11 men in rotation, maybe 12. And then about an hour ago, he said that they might play upwards of 15 players. But then he said that none of the starters are going to play more than 25 minutes, which makes me think that they're probably going to play 25 minutes, and then they're going to unload their bench in the fourth quarter. So I absolutely love Kevin Porter Jr., my favorite play on the slate. And then I think Sengun is a good play as well on that team. Jalen Green, Christian Wood, I think all of those guys are good plays.
It's a billboard on the side of the road. It screams with reassurance, whatever you're doing.
Can you play 2 centers tonight, GBP, Sengun and Mamu from Bucks? Yeah, absolutely. I think that's definitely viable tonight. Kemba, KPJ, Thanasis, Randall, Mamu, Green, Gibson, Dinwiddie. Run it, man. Sorry, late core for FanDuel again. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of the guys. I mean, it would be Vucevic, it'd be Levine, it'd be DeRozan. I'd be focusing in on the Chicago guys, Ja Morant, Bradley Beal, Kevin Porter Jr., those kind of guys. If you guys are in here, make sure to subscribe, like this video if you haven't done so already. Would really, really appreciate it. If you want to join the Discord, because after this stream ends at lock, there's 30 minutes till the next game, and so when news breaks, we're gonna be all over in the Discord. You're gonna want to be in there. Completely free to join. Ja, Vooch, or Beal and Lonzo. Man, that's a tough one. Probably go with Ja and Vooch there. Walker, Ja, Fournier, Barrett, KBJ, Gordon, Randall, Wood, Tice, FanDuel GP. I like it. Although Tice and FanDuel is pretty obscure. I missed if you answered Beal and Dinwiddie being playable together on FanDuel. My bad. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think that both those guys are very good plays today. Kemba, KPJ, Nwora, Gibson, Gafford, Beal, Thanasis, Lonzo. I like it. I like that. I mean, if we get news that Jordan Nwora is starting, I mean, even if Nwora is not starting, I think he's a great play today. I think he's a great play regardless. He's like pretty close to an A tier. I wish him or Thanasis were power forwards on Draftkings. It would make my life immensely easier. Thoughts on Milwaukee point guards? I'm not really on them all that much. If I were to choose any of those guys, it would probably be Pat Connaughton. But yeah, I'm not really on them all that much. I suppose, or it would be Tremont Waters if I wanted to be have a bit more variance there. Any small forward for 4,500 or less? Yeah, absolutely. It's Thanasis first, and then if it's not Thanasis, it's Jordan Nwora for me. Because remember, guys, all of the Milwaukee Bucks guys are out, and then we just got news that Brook Lopez his minutes are going to be monitored or limited. So I don't think he might play one stint, and at most I think he plays a half. And so guys like Mamu are very good plays. Thanasis, Jordan Nwora. Okay, to have 3 Rockets in lineup, absolutely. I'm assuming it's guys like it's 3 of the 4 of Christian Wood, Jalen Green, Kevin Porter Jr., Sengun, and that's definitely fine. Allen, revenge game. Grayson Allen, revenge game. Yeah, I mean, he's gonna have the ball in his hand, so if he wants to go at him, have at it. You boozing Stoops or nah? Nah, because we're winning tonight, right? Ball versus Garland. Ball for sure. Ball's minutes are much more secure than Garland. The Cleveland Cavaliers mentioned that they want to play upwards of 20 guys tonight, so I don't want to be playing players from teams that are playing 20 guys. I'm going to stay away. Gafford or Mamu. Gafford's probably going to be higher owned because he's grabbing the start. But I would probably lean with Mamu because I think Mamu actually ends up playing about the same amount of minutes as Gafford, maybe a couple less, but Mamu is a much better per minute producer. Elias Johnson, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I mean, Elias Johnson struggled in summer league. It was bad. He's taken multiple steps backwards. Yeah, I'm not on Elias. I think there's much better plays. Choosing 2 or 3 of Sengun, Montrez, and Mamu tough. Yeah, for sure. I agree, man. I'm right there with you on that. 4 Knicks or no? I mean, I feel comfortable with their minutes. I think it's fine. It is only a 4-game slate, so if you're playing 3-4 players from one team, I think it's a lot better than usual. Four Rockets too many now. Yankees or Sox tonight? Man, dude, I don't watch baseball at all, but I'll say the Yankees. Not a big Boston fan. Can you play Gafford and Sengun together? Yes, you can. Win, booze, lose, booze harder. Oh, booze harder. Yeah. Maybe we'll just booze a regular amount. Tice or Mamu? Mamu for me. But let me. What about Tice? I don't mind Tice, but I don't think he plays all that much. They did mention that the Rockets wanted to play the younger guys more, and Tice is not a young guy anymore, so I think his minutes could get cut back a little bit in favor of guys like Sengun, Garuba. Not on Tice all that much, and I don't think he's going to be that good while he's out there anyways. Are these FanDuel picks? It could be FanDuel picks, Draftkings picks. You can ask me any questions. But with the preseason, I mean, they're pretty interchangeable. The best plays can come from any price point. Walker, Beal, Nwora, Wood, Mamu, KPJ, Thanasis, Sengun. I really like that. Hey, if you guys are in here and haven't done so already, would really appreciate if you guys could drop a like, subscribe. I'm going to be having these videos every single day. Appreciate you guys being here. Randall or Wood? Randall for me. Best 8,900 or less player on DK. It's going to be Christian Wood for me. Triple J viable at power forward. Yeah, I think he's not too bad of play. You know, funny enough, FanDuel, it's got to be a joke with what they did with multi-eligibility. Jaren Jackson is a shooting guard on FanDuel. Jaren Jackson, you know, he plays the 5 sometimes, but he's listed as a shooting guard. It's incredible. FanDuel, incredible product. Favorite center on FanDuel, I'm playing Vooch at power forward. Probably Julius Randle. Morant or Alonzo Morant for sure. Milwaukee guards, don't mind them. From Milwaukee, I'm really focusing on Thanasis and Jordan Nwora. Ja Kemba or Lonzo and RJ. Ja Kemba. I'm not on RJ that much. Jaren Jackson Jr. worth it today. I don't think he's that bad of a play. Baller, DeRozan. I need a preseason parlay. I mean, I like the Rockets today. Knicks, Grizzlies, Rockets. I don't mind that. On FanDuel, I have Ball, Morant, Walker, Barrett, Martin, Porter, Kuzma, Vucevic, Wood. Anyone you would take off or sub? No, that is pretty close to what I'm running. Although I would probably try to get Bradley Beal in there, maybe over a guy like Lonzo Ball, Abby. Don't want to butcher your name, sorry. I got lucky. I missed Maxi last night. I made money on FanDuel because I didn't see him in time. There you go, man. It works out. It works out sometimes not getting the update. I mean, dude, they could not hit anything. My guys yesterday. Maxi just couldn't make a bucket, man. Kind of tough. DK last spot. DeMar, Levine, Beal. Already got Lonzo. Beal for me. Yeah, Beal is playing tonight, and we got news that the Wizards are going to play low 20s minutes, so that means they're going to play into the third quarter, so that makes me really like those Wizards guys. Great content, bro. Appreciate that, DZ. Rizm Bees, Yo Subs, what's going on, my man? Appreciate you commenting on my video earlier. Yeah, you guys that like my video, leave comments. It really warms my heart. Also helps out my YouTube algorithm, which has been working out lately, so appreciate you guys helping me get my workout to more people. I put a lot of time and effort into this stuff. Memu and Taj or Gafford and Antetokounmpo. Man, Gafford and Antetokounmpo probably in, man, that's tough. Probably Antetokounmpo and Gafford. That is really tough, Gabriel. It's Bane a fine play. I'm not on Bane today. Best utility under 5,200. Probably Thanasis, but if you already have Thanasis, probably Sengun. Or actually, hold up. Let me look at my cheat sheet because I think there's somebody actually. Probably Alex Caruso at 5,000. I think Alex Caruso ends up playing, upwards of 25 minutes tonight. Dinwiddie or Morant for me. Thoughts on Kemba? Kemba's a great play. I mean, it's his debut for the New York Knicks in the Garden, his hometown. And the Knicks typically like playing their guys, or Thibodeau rather likes playing his guys well into the third quarter. So I like Kemba a lot. Thoughts on Kyrie Thomas? Not a big fan of him. His role just really isn't that secure. And then when he's out there, I'm not sure what he's really going to do. Yeah, I appreciate that rhythm. Ja and Jalen Green or Dinwiddie and Kemba. That's tough. Probably Dinwiddie and Kemba, though. Sims from Knicks center. Yeah, I mean, he's going to get back up 5 run behind Taj Gibson, but he's also going to get some of his minutes stolen from him by either Julius Randle or Obi Toppin. They do, Tom Thibodeau did say that he wanted to split up the minutes between all those guys so they can try out the small ball lineup. So that is not very good for Jericho Sims. So not only is Sims going to have to get those minutes, but he's also going to have to produce in those minutes. And he is a rookie, so don't really know what he's going to do. Wasn't very good in the summer league, so I wouldn't expect him to be much better in the preseason. Dinwiddie and Gafford or Kemba and Sengun. Going to be Dinwiddie. No, it's going to be Kemba and Sengun. Best forward, 7,000 or less, last piece in. Forward, probably Kyle Kuzma for me. Here's your FanDuel winning line. Ja, Garland, Jaren Jackson, DeRozan, Kuzma, KBJ, Vooch, Randall, Seawood. I like that, man. My guards are a little bit different, but I like that. What's the news on the Cavs? Yeah, so the Cavs said that they want to play their guys upwards of 20 minutes tonight, so not a big fan. Not a big fan. Thoughts on Brissett? No, I'm not on Brissett at all. Kemba or Sexton? Kemba for me. Don't know what's going on with the Cavs, really. Yeah, I mean, if they play 20 guys, that means no one's really playing over like 20 minutes. And that's lucky. That's like the upside of these guys. Would you go heavy on Kemba in most of your lineups? Yeah, I have a lot of Kemba tonight. Sengun is definitely in play. I mean, very, very high per minute producer. Should get a decent amount of minutes. Thoughts on Tillman? I'm not on Tillman all that much. I think there's a lot better plays. If you guys are in my Patreon, just follow the cheat sheet, and you should feel very good about your lineups tonight. Giving you news, yeah. I mean, I want the Bucks news pretty badly. Thoughts on Jared Allen on DK? Yeah, again, the Cavs, I'm just not the biggest fan of him. Obviously, a pretty good per minute producer, although his production did take a hit last year, and now he's playing next to Mobley. and that could be somewhat of a concern. News on Rockets minutes. So we saw that Stephen Silas, the most recent news from Stephen Silas, their new head coach, said that they want to play, they don't want to play their starters any more than 25 minutes. But he does want to play upwards of 15 guys tonight, and he's going to unload the bench in the fourth quarter. So that means that, like the rest of these teams that we're targeting, the Rockets are probably going to play their starters and key guys into the third quarter, which is what we want to see in these first preseason games. So like the Rockets, a good bit tonight, specifically the starters plus Sengun off the bench. Preferred pay up, I like Bradley Beal, I like Ja Morant, Julius Randle, like those guys quite a bit. Top center on FanDuel, probably Julius Randle. Favorite 2 shooting guards on what side? What site? On FanDuel, it's probably Levine and Beal. On Draftkings, it's Kevin Porter Jr. and probably Bradley Beal or Jalen Green. Dinwiddie or Ball. That's tough. Man, that is tough. I probably lean Dinwiddie there. That's tough though. Nah, it's probably, man, that's tough. It's probably Dinwiddie. I think they play similar minutes. DK power forward under 4,700. Taj Gibson, 7,700 at utility. Kemba, yeah, Kemba. Jalen Green or Mamu. I'm gonna go with Jalen Green there. A bit safer. Mamu more of a tournament play, in my opinion. Toppin okay. I'm not on Toppin all that much. He could definitely get it done, but I think there's better plays today. Kemba, KBJ, Thanasis, Wood, Mamu, Ja, Nawara, Sengun, Thoughts, DK, GPP. Run that lineup. I love it. Kemba or Dinwiddie vacuum DK. Kemba for me. You like Lonzo? Yeah, I think Lonzo's a good play. I think he's his fantasy production is actually going to despite playing with a lot of good players on his team, I think he's going to be the main facilitator, and I think he takes an uptick in production this year, and we know that he's going to play upwards of 25 minutes, so I do like Lonzo today. How much do we like Kuz? I like Kuz quite a bit. I think he's a pretty solid play. Yeah, I mean, I think he plays quite a bit. I think he plays 22 to 24 minutes. 2K left on the table, too much for the 3-game slate. Man, I haven't really looked at the 2 games or the 3-game slate. I mean, that could probably work out. It depends on the Bucks guys, because the Bucks guys are like pretty much minimum price. And I guess you got the Rockets guys too that are very cheap. So yeah, I could definitely see you leaving some salary in the 3-game slate and being fine. What are Randall for me. Any love for Melton? Yeah, Melton is a pretty interesting play now that he's in the starting lineup. I mean, it's not really ideal playing next to Ja Morant, but I think his minutes are pretty secure. Yeah, I think Melton's interesting. I mean, Melton, we know, is just a very good per minute producer. And I fully expect him to play into the third quarter. So he's a fine GPP play. He's probably going to end up being like single digit ownership. Jayshawn Tate or Thanasis. Thanasis for me. Sengun, Kemba, or Gafford. Dinwiddie, love your videos, dog. Yeah, appreciate that, man. It's going to be Sengun and Kemba for me. Thanks you for running the show. It helped a ton yesterday. Good luck tonight. Yeah, hope it helped yesterday. Hope it helps today as well. Hope you guys win some money today. Would you DeRozan on FanDuel or choose someone else like Kuzma? It's going to be DeRozan for me. So on FanDuel, you just play the good pay up studs, right? Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's no salary over there, so you just play the best plays. Thoughts on McConnell? I'm not on McConnell tonight. How about you rank the Bulls? Yeah, man. And people are asking me that early. It's really, really hard. It's probably Levine and Vooch up top. It's pretty interchangeable. I might side with Levine up top, then Vooch, and then it would be DeRozan, then Ball, and then Caruso. I think Caruso is a very sneaky play today. I mean, he's $5,000. He's going to be the backup facilitator, and he's going to play upwards of 25 minutes. He's going to get some run with the backups. There's no Kobe White, so. Thoughts on Pat Connaughton on DK? Yeah, I don't mind him. Ball or Green? Ball for me. Been losing at NFL defense. First night back with NBA. Let's get it, Jake. Appreciate you guys being here. make sure to hit that subscribe button, like this video. I saw that you guys earlier. Only 20% of you guys are subscribed to me that watch my videos. That is crazy. Please let's change that around, man. Time to eat T-Stube. Let's get it, DZ. Got a couple minutes to lock. And remember, guys, there is probably going to be news coming out after I end this stream. I will make sure to update you guys in the Patreon group and in the Discord. That is linked down below in the description. Remember, guys, the Discord is completely free, and we got a bunch of people in there. Breaking news. Yeah, if you want the latest breaking news, make sure to join that. I don't trust Memphis lineup. There's so many guards, even regular season, they swap back and forth. Yeah, I mean, that's why I pretty much just stick with Ja Morant from the Grizzlies, at least today. Beal, Wood, or Vooch and Levine? Ooh, probably Beal and Wood. I mean, I think Beal is one of the best plays on the slate now that we know that he's going to play into the third quarter. So, Mamu and Caruso, or Sengun and Josh Christopher. It's going to be Mamu and Caruso for me. Winston, thank you so much for the subscription, man. Great content, grinding on research. Much love. Yeah, much love, Mello. We got a couple seconds to lock, guys. 40 seconds. Make sure to lock in your lineups if you haven't done so already. Don't want to submit a dead lineup. That would be no good. Prime time. Thank you for the subscription, man. Favorite sneaky play on FanDuel? I mean, if you really want to get sneaky, maybe a guy like Thanasis. Nobody's going to play him over those other studs. But I think there's a good chance that he plays a ton, and he's a very big tryhard. I subscribed today. Thank you so much, man. All right, it is lock time. I remember when you were part of Lock CFS, you always bring the heat, man. Oh, man, that's been a while. But, yeah, man. Finally getting this YouTube channel back up to those numbers. But I really appreciate you guys being here. Kisper for Washington is my sneaky play. Jalen Green or Kuz, Vacuum, DK, half KBJ, Sengun, Dinwiddie already. Awesome, man. What's a Discord? It is linked down below. Come chat it up with us. All right, guys, I'm going to head out. I'm going to chill in the Discord with you guys. Appreciate all you guys that subscribe, like this video. Really helps me out more than you know. But best of luck tonight, and until next